I'm excited to share with you some information about a new piece of equipment that I discovered and I've been working on. I've had back surgeries. I've had just about everything you can imagine. My body always hurts. But this piece of equipment, which is called the AllCore360, it's almost too good to believe from an isometric standpoint and an overall body strengthening standpoint. I'm joined now by my son, Mick, who we saw it together up in Tampa a few years ago, and you're kind of a fitness nut. You fell in love with it right away.
Oh, that's right. I actually had just recovered from a herniated disc surgery, and it was perfect timing because I had finished my regular rehab for a disc injury, which requires and entails a lot of core exercises, sit-ups, crunches, things like that. The whole routine takes a while, and the whole time I was worried that I was going to hurt my back again. And then we went up and saw this machine, which it's hard to describe. It's a very simple concept that's complicated to pull off. The best way to describe it is almost like a space chair that you sit in that tilts you back until you get to whatever degree you can handle, and then you hold yourself. You don't move, you don't twist, you don't torque your spine at all. You hold yourself upright, and the machine, the chair, rotates for you at 1 rotation per minute. And you just hold your core in place, and it's basically like doing a 360 plank. It hits every side of your core, hence the name AllCore360.
Well, Mick, when you and I went to see it in Orlando, we both got dressed up. We both put a coat and tie on, went up there to see this machine, and I rode it. I rode it 3 spins, and when I got off, I was sweating like I just walked 10 minutes on a treadmill. And I was so impressed with how it made my body work, and all I did was just sit there in the chair and not move.
Yeah, that's one of the amazing things about it is it can be used for fitness. That's how we used it. We were wearing coat and tie. You can wear street clothes and ride the machine. But it's also great for rehabbing your spine. So what we did was more of a fitness side. We had a full body workout almost. But you can also ride it at less of an angle if you have an injury. And that was its original use, was to help rehab spine injuries and prevent the need for surgeries like the one I had by strengthening your core and holding all of your discs in place through the power of your own core muscles.
You said you had just come off of back surgery. I've also had back surgery. I think it's, I apologize for passing those genes to you.
Thank you for that.
But you had said that when you jumped on there, as you were rehabbing your back, you were always afraid of the movement left, right, forward, and back was something that you might hurt your disc. But when you got on the AllCore360, you said, oh, this is for me, because all you did was sit, the chair moved, and all you had to do was hold yourself in place.
That's right. It's one of the few machines out there, I actually can't think of any others off the top of my head, that can be described as isometric / dynamic, where you hold yourself like a plank, but the machine moves you. So whereas you're doing a regular rehab, you have to use your own spine and kind of squish yourself when you're doing crunches and leg lifts, you're always at risk of hurting even a different disc while you're rehabbing the first one. This machine, you don't move at all. You hold yourself completely still. The machine moves you, and there's no risk of twisting or compressing other discs while you strengthen your core.
Basically, if you could sit in a chair, you can use the AllCore360. Now, when you did it the first time, when you actually did the entire sequence or the entire, what do you call it, the 10-minute session, what does that involve?
Well, the machine itself rotates at 1 rotation per minute. So what the recommended routine is 10 minutes. So you do 5 spins one way, 5 the other. Now, they have a brand new software system and everything coming out, which can allow you to customize your spins to whatever your physical therapist, chiropractor, or trainer recommends. You can also do a core evaluation, which tells you before you begin where your strong parts of your core are, the front, side, so on. So it recommends a program for you to best balance your core, because that's another important aspect of this. When you do crunches and you do side bends and planks, you don't always hit all sides of your core equally, which can lead to imbalance and instability, which, as you also know from your various, what is it, you have one fake knee and one fake hip now.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah, so the balance aspect can play a huge role in long-term injury, chronic pain. And by using the AllCore360, You perfectly hit all sides of your core as you hold yourself in place, and the machine rotates you 360 degrees. So it's something that's unlike anything out there, and the best way to think of it is a simple concept that's complicated to pull off.
What's interesting for me is the first time I did it, and I've had, as you said, replaced knee, replaced hip, I've had back surgeries. The first time I did it, where I did 5 spins one direction, 5 the other, and I didn't go back very far because I was afraid. Well, first of all, I couldn't do it. I couldn't go way back like you can or other athletes, younger athletes in better shape. But where I felt it was in my hips, because my left hip has been replaced. And I've always known that my hip flexors and my hip strength wasn't like it used to be. So when I ride the AllCore360, I feel it in my hips, not so much in my stomach, because as you know, when you see me in pictures, I have a rock hard, flabby belly. Can I say that? Rock?
That's right. Yeah, you have a keg.
Yeah, it's rock hard somewhere inside there. But the AllCore360, I just recommend all of you, if you're interested in strengthening your core or just checking on your overall physical fitness. It's also helped me to strengthen my obliques, which, as you know, in the golf swing, when you turn in your backswing and you turn through, it gives you increased strength, which gives you increased speed. So that's one of the things that I use it for, and I know a lot of golfers use it for.
Well, yeah, that's right. A lot of people don't realize your core is not just your abs. It goes there's over 50 muscles from your neck down to your upper hips, like you were describing. So it'll reveal any weakness you have, which obviously in your case with all the surgeries you had was more toward your hips. But that's where it's going to hit, and that's where it's going to improve you.
Mick, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the information. And again, I highly recommend the AllCore360. Is there somewhere that people can go to check more into this?
Yes, yeah. Thanks for having me here to talk about it. And they can everyone can check out AllCore360. They have a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. AllCore360.com. It's ALLCORE360.com.
Now, you know so much about it because you've actually been working with the company, not only representing it, but doing some demonstrations around the country. So we have the advantage of your knowledge. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thanks for letting me talk about it.